What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about a pretty cool town that we really haven't touched much in this channel. It's called Roselle. Not Roselle Park, but Roselle, right off Elizabeth and across the street from Roselle Park. Small town. It has a lot of pros, but a lot of cons that a lot of people have been hating when relocating here. So today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of Roselle, New Jersey.
All right, so let's get to it. So before we jump into the video, I want to kind of give you a context of where Roselle is located, because it's very centrally located. It's bordering big cities like Elizabeth, Linden, Roselle Park. So you have those amenities, because within the town, you're going to find that you're not going to find a lot of amenities. It's a very small town. It's only like 2.6 square miles. In this video, we're going to talk about if it's going to be for you or not, because in my opinion, this is a very good starter town.
All right, so to start with a pro, Roselle, it is considered a pretty commuter-friendly town, since we're only about a 50 to 40-minute drive from the city, from New York City, in the peak hours. And it does have a different form of transportation, which is a bus that will also get you into the city within an hour. It has no trains. The cool thing is that, like Laura said, surrounding towns like Cranford, Elizabeth, and Linden, they do have a train station. Even Roselle Park has a train station.
Right,
so pretty much,
there.
literally all the towns surrounding Roselle has a train station. So even though you might not have it there, you're only a quick drive away. And that's pretty cool, because you're not going to be paying the prices of Roselle Park. You're not going to be paying the prices of Cranford, even Linden. You're going to get a little bit more affordability, but you're not going to get that easier train station commute for sure.
Which brings us to our second pro, which is it's very affordable, which is why I mentioned if you're looking for a starter, a starter home, this might be the place for you.
And even though it's affordable, the one thing that Roselle has that a lot of places kind of have is that it's very high taxes. And this rural Roselle, taxes for a one-family home, you can even see around $12,000, which is pretty crazy, because that's what you're seeing in kind of Elizabeth for a two-family home.
Yeah, so in Roselle, for a single-family home, the average single-family house is going to be around $450,000. So it's not bad compared to the other cities and towns. And then you also have the opportunity to potentially buy a multifamily. Like we mentioned, not all towns are going to have multifamilies, but here in Roselle, we have the opportunity to buy a multifamily, even though in the past year, only 14 sold, which is not, not good.
It's not good at all. And we're seeing kind of that throughout the whole United States, very low inventory. But at least, when there is an opportunity to buy a multifamily in Roselle, you're going to get a good price on it. And it's going to be very desirable, since a lot of towns around it don't have it, like Roselle Park. And to kind of branch out a little bit from the pros, we're going to hit up on a con, which is the school districts in Roselle are not great. No. There's probably a D+ average throughout the school districts, which kind of tells you that a lot of people aren't moving here for the school districts. Because if you go to a town like Roselle Park, which is right next door, you can even get in the B's in certain areas, B-.
Right.
And if you go to Cranford, you're going to get A+, A- school districts. And in Roselle, it's like one of the lower ranking in Union County. So that's definitely not a big perk of the town. So, but the cool thing is that in Roselle, you also have a Catholic school.
Yeah,
so,
it's Roselle Catholic. So, if you're looking to put your kid in, private school, they do have Roselle Catholic there.
So you have different chances, but something we're going to be clear about, it's definitely not a school district friendly town.
So another con about living in Roselle is that it does have a limited downtown area. What you're gonna find is just a lot of mom and pop shops, maybe banks, local stores like that, a few restaurants, but it's not gonna be, this beautiful downtown like maybe the other towns have. But again, we are at close proximity to the other towns and cities, so you do have that. And also, it's not more known for having big retail names, so you're not going to find that there.
That downtown area is on Chestnut Street or Ave, and that is going to connect you from First Ave, which is a street that connects Cranford and Elizabeth with Roselle, and it's going to connect you to St. George, which is the border of Linden and Roselle. Those three streets are very important, because on Chestnut, it's the whole downtown area, it goes throughout the whole Roselle. St. George is a very commercial area, which even though it's going to be in Roselle, it is mostly part of Linden.
Right.
So that's what you're going to see in that area is super commercialized. Roselle in general, it is a very suburban area, but you're not going to get the extremely suburban like Cranford. So you're going to get it's kind of pushing Linden area with a little bit of suburban into it.
Right.
And last but not least, it's really going to depend on what part of Roselle you're going to live in, because not all the parts are nice. I will recommend to kind of stay in the most west north part of Roselle. That's going to be nearest Cranford. You're going to have a lot of the nice summer suburban areas, because the closer you get to that same short street, which is going to be next to Linden, the more urbanized it's going to be, the more commercialized it's going to be, and the more you go into Elizabeth, very similar feel. So you got to be really careful on what part of Roselle you're going to be living in, not only for the area, but also the taxes.
Also, the part of Roselle that I personally like is the Rananco area.
Yeah.
That's basically the highlight of Roselle, is that it does have Rananco Park. Rananco Park is one of the biggest park in Union County. And that specific area, I can definitely vouch. It's beautiful. It's very suburban. The houses are amazing.
Yeah.
And I do have a friend that lives there, so
we definitely know.
we definitely know the area. And if you're looking for a very nice area in Roselle, that would be the area.
And to kind of like have you understand is that Roselle, it's going to be more of a starter town. Yeah. It's going to be for someone that might want to get into Elizabeth, might want to get into Cranford, but unfortunately might not be able to afford it yet. And in Roselle, you're going to get the better affordability. And depending on what area you're going to live in, it's going to be if it's going to be more suburban or more urbanized. And that's going to give you a quick rundown of Roselle. Again, if you are trying to move to Union County, you really don't know exactly what you're getting into. We are licensed real estate agents in the state of New Jersey. I'm Luca, this is Laura, your relocations team here in Union County. And just make sure that you give us a call with any questions. Our number's going to be coming up any second now, and we want to be the agents for you.